The Great Depression has devastated the economy. Millions are unemployed. Bread lines stretch for blocks. Our nation needs answers. Let's hear from our panel.
I was president when the stock market crashed in 1929. The economy was strong, but panic set in. I believed in self-reliance. Americans should work hard and not depend on government aid. But things failed. Businesses collapsed, and shanty towns called Hoovervilles sprang up. People blamed me, but the government cannot solve every crisis.
Mr. Hoover, the American people were suffering and they needed action. When I took office in 1933, I promised a New Deal, bold steps to lift us out of this disaster. We created Social Security, banking reform, and job programs like the Civilian Conservation Corps and the Works Progress Administration. The government must help its people.
President Roosevelt, I applaud your approach. As an economist, I argue that during crisis, governments must spend, even if it means going into debt to stimulate the economy. People need jobs. More money in their hands means more spending, which revives businesses and production. Without government action, recovery will be slow and painful.
Keynes, FDR, your plans help some, but not enough. I say we need radical change. My Share Our Wealth program would tax the rich and give money directly to the struggling Americans.
Yes.
No one should be a millionaire while people starve. Every family should have a home, a car, and a decent home. Government must do more.
While all of these debate policies, I've seen the suffering firsthand. As a photographer, I have traveled across the country documenting the faces of despair. I've met families forced from their farms by the Dust Bowl, workers with empty hands and empty stomachs. Their voices must be heard. This crisis is not just numbers, it's human lives.
That is why we must keep fighting. The New Deal is not perfect, but it brings hope. The Depression will not last forever. We are building a better America. One job, one policy, and one person at a time.
But at what cost, Mr. Roosevelt? Government spending cannot go on forever.
Good point. It won't need to. Once the economy recovers, spending can be reduced. But right now, action is essential.
Not enough action! Give the people real wealth, not just programs.
And never forget the people behind the policies. Their struggle can't be ignored.
More economic policies!
A powerful discussion from those who shaped history. The Great Depression tested our nation, and the debate over the government's role in the economy continues to this day. Thank you all.